Welcome in, mobilers. Another quick update for you guys here. Today's a pretty special day. We've just seen the opening of the WMTx migration portal. But then, in addition to that, we've got the first ever rewards for anybody who's participated as a part of batch number 1 for drop number 2 for the World Mobile AirNodes. So, as a part of today's video, we're joined by myself, of course. We've got Clover Nodes and we've got Rob from Trek Pool. And Clover Nodes is an AirNode operator. And so, as it stands right now, he'll actually be doing his second claim for his AirNodes. And so without any further ado, Clover, do you mind breaking down what AirNodes you currently hold and exactly how the actual claiming process works? And then we'll get some closing thoughts from Rob.
Yes. Hello, everyone, first of all. And today is a very, very exciting day because we have the batch 2 drop 1 first window claim for all the AirNode operators that were able to secure an AirNode in that drop. And I'm very, very excited to share my dashboard today with everyone and show everyone how the claiming process will work, as well as what the revenue I have generated so far as the 4 AirNodes that I currently own. So, are you guys able to see my dashboard right now?
Yes, sir. We can. You're live. Go right for it.
Excellent. So, as you guys can see, my balance for the month of August is a little over 1,000 USD. I have 4 live nodes, and that will be an Apex node. I have a Link Air node, and I also have 2 Portals 180. Let me switch over to the tab. These will actually be all the months that I've been an AirNode operator. So the month I claim would be the month of August. Sorry, September, actually. I already claimed the month of August. So this will be the month of September. So as you guys can see, let me go back to August actually and show you guys the upload, right? And the download. So the upload and the download, as you guys can see, has increased significantly in the month of August. Even though it says September, it's actually the month of August that the data has been shown. So you guys can see I've jumped up all the way up to 9.11 terabytes for the upload and 135.93 terabytes for the download. So the stats have significantly increased in this month, and that is great because that only means the network is being utilized by a ton of people using these Link Air nodes. So what is new in this new dashboard, right? There is now a claim button right here. And before, it was a manual process where you had to go in and basically provide World Mobile through an email with either your bank information or your Ethereum address to receive a stablecoin. So today we'll be going to account, right here, account. And you can now either input your bank account information or you can add a wallet. So for security purposes, I'm not going to be putting my bank account today. I'm going to be adding a wallet so I can be claiming my rewards. So let's go ahead and do that. So for name, we're going to put mask and my address right here. Then it says, make sure you enter your details correctly, right? If funds are sent to a wrong address, they're not going to be recoverable. And for people that don't know, once a transaction goes through a blockchain, it's irreversible. So make sure you are 100% sure of the address you're putting in. And I've checked my address before, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. And here we go. Here's my MetaMask. It's a wallet, and it's been confirmed. Let's see what happens here. Apparently, you can edit it or delete it if you want to. So let's go back to home and let's claim. We can confirm that it's the MetaMask account that I just add, and let's click OK. And fireworks. It says, thank you for claiming your rewards. Your payment of $1,069.88 will be distributed within 5 working days. Now, let's go into a little more detail as far as the AirNodes I have, and we can go over a little bit of their locations as well. So if you click on the AirNodes tab right here on the left, you're going to be able to see all the 4 AirNodes that I own. So what's new now from our dashboard is that World Mobile added a little bit of an image where the air nodes are located, right? And if I click on stats right here, you're going to be able to see exactly the location, right? There's a little map right here where the air node is installed and what is being serviced. And over here, you're going to be able to see the earnings for the month of September. Actually, this is August, even though it says September, it's for the previous month, and exactly what the upload and the download is, right? And if you go right here in messages, you can see what our conversations have been. Now, for security purposes and for the respect of my host, I'm not going to go into that window. So, yeah, these are the air nodes. Here is another node right here, a portal, and the earnings again for the previous month with the amount of upload and download right here and download right here. And then we can go to my link node because a lot of people have link nodes now. And this is my location somewhere in Reno. I'm not exactly sure about the address, but as you can see, these have been the earnings for the previous month with a good upload and a pretty decent download. It's 1.9 terabytes. It's a lot of data. I don't use that much data at all. But let's go back to the Apex because I'm sure a lot of people want to see what the data looks for like the Apex node. So the Apex node looks like has been utilizing a ton more data, right? So you guys remember that Apex nodes are servicing these link nodes and the upload is significantly higher as well as the download for it. So yeah, this is what the air nodes I have acquired so far, and this is what the process of claiming your rewards are.
Shout out to you, Clover. I'm super excited looking at that dashboard. I mean,
Yeah,
I've got a couple of takeaways here, and then Rob, I'll swing over to you to close us out. But number one, the flexibility in payments, right? So if you want to go TradFi, you can go to bank. If you want to keep it on chain, you can keep it on ETH. What I personally would love to see is, an additional option to maybe, send or pay out on the Cardano network with, USDA, USDM, JET, etc. But one thing to also be fully fair, right? Because we're talking about the good, and I also want to maybe mention something that I think could be improved is the payout time. So the 5 days, I'm like, okay, I would appreciate it if it would be paid out a little bit quicker. Again, I'm not sure exactly what sort of processes go behind the scenes, but I think overall the ability to do it as quickly and as pretty easily as you did, right? Literally, it was a couple of clicks, jumping in there, plugging your ETH address, and then immediately claiming and getting funds to it. I think is pretty simple and relatively easy. One other thing that you showed that was really impressive was the additional nuance about the actual nodes this time, where the first time you showed this dashboard, we couldn't see the actual location. So I think for me, like being able to see, okay, it's actually hosted on top of this building at this particular corner, makes me feel like I'm actually an owner versus just like a generic picture that every other AirNode owner has. So that was just a nice little touch that I think that makes this platform a little bit more user friendly, but then engaging as well. And I think that's really it. Again, the biggest thing for me was the payout options. I just mentioned a little bit of nuanced detail, but what I can
right.
also appreciate is the growth in activity. So do want to thank you for sharing that information here with us. That said, that's it for me there. Rob, you want to close us
Yeah.
out?
I actually want to kind of counter what your concern or complaint was, Fareed. I want you to think about it this way. If you were to take money from your bank and send it to Kraken or Coinbase or Binance, there's going to be a 5 to 7 day hold on new money before you can send it from your exchange to a wallet,
Yeah.
right? To go buy those tokens that you want. So World Mobile doesn't know how these people are want to get paid. It's going to be different for every single operator, every single host. And so for them to say select what you want and then we're going to pay you out, either they have to have a ridiculous amount of money, especially as this network grows, sitting there in stablecoin ready to go, or they transfer from their bank to an exchange. Maybe they get some preference because they're doing enough traffic and they have enough money going back and forth that they can speed up that process. But there's a lockdown period for any of us when we try and send fiat money to get on chain via an exchange. So I think that 5 days is very reasonable, especially based on what they're doing and the options they provide. When you consider what we as retail customers have to go through with exchanges anyway. So I don't think that's an issue for me. What I am very happy about is that there's a number of things I love to see about this. The first one is as an operator who is purchasing, owning, operating from a distance. People that don't live in Reno, people that don't live in Nevada or California, they're able to see pictures of where their nodes are located. They see it on the map. They're able to get physical addresses for as you saw Cal, the majority of his nodes. They can see what's going on. They can then take that, plug it into maps, and do different things with it to really have a feel for it without living in that city, without living in that country even. So I think they've done a really good job of taking care of and easing the minds of people that are investing from a distance. So I like seeing that, and I'm most excited about though is just how easy this seems to work. This is the sharing economy in action. This is what we expected when we decided that we wanted to participate in the sharing economy of World Mobile. It's just like every month when they do, sometimes weekly, sometimes monthly, they do the token buybacks. They take their profits and they buy back tokens in order to bolster that treasury that will be paid out to node operators. It's an automatic thing for them they said they're going to do it, and they do it. And for this here, they said if you buy these, you will own it. You will receive the lion's share of the rewards for being the owner of the infrastructure. And we're seeing that happen. And they're still growing. We heard on the space last weekend with Christian Reese. He said there's about 1,500 paying customers in the Reno area right now. And so even as this is growing, even as this thing is building and more nodes are coming online, we're seeing significant payouts. If you look at what Cal Clover there has paid for those, because we know what the prices are because they've been available publicly via the different drops, right? He's making between 25 and 40% based on those monthly totals, depending on the type of node. And so we're already seeing a very, very good return. If you could buy into something and get that kind of return with other investments, people will be shocked because you're used to making 3, 4, maybe 6% on your investments over the course of the year. And they're already showing that they are taking their funds and they are putting their money where their mouth is, literally, and paying out the sharing economy with what they promised. So this is, for me, it's exciting to see that as somebody who wants to be involved, somebody who future investor in AirNode, somebody who's bought into the other platforms that World Mobile is building on. To see this happen, this is the fulfillment of those promises. This is the motivation to say, we're going to keep going. We're doing things the right way. We believe in World Mobile, and this is the proof is in the pudding, and this is it right there. I'm very, very happy to see that. It just shows what integrity these guys have, what vision they have, and for the people that are buying into this, it shows that our trust is well placed.
So I do want to respond, but I feel like we've been going for a little bit. Clover, did you want to add anything else about what Rob and I have mentioned so far before I respond to what Rob has just mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, overall, the payment process, I think, is just a standard, third party payment processor, most likely. Like I said initially, they had you email them, and then the I believe the payment time for, because I haven't done anything through bank account, everything I get directly gets swapped for WMT, now soon WMTx actually, but I think it's a standard 5 days for a bank wire normally, just because I believe their bank is located in the EU. So if you're in the United States, it probably will take a little bit longer. But since I do stablecoin, it's pretty quick. I would say it's less than 24 hours. I mean, I would like to hear what, for other airno operators as far as timing goes is, but honestly, I think it's very fast. It's very easy, like Rob said. They're making it very super simple for people, and I'm sure it's, since they're dealing for, as far as host goes, mostly like Web 2 people, they want to simplify that. So this is exemplified in this, dashboard, that they're definitely upgrading it. They're making it super simple for its users. And as far as like payment goes, I'm pretty sure this part that we saw today happen, it's all going to be automated. So once you put in your bank account details, it's probably going to be less than 5 days. And if it's all automated through a smart contract when it comes to your stablecoin, then it's probably going to be much, much faster moving forward.
Yeah, you guys have both made really great points, and I didn't think about that. Right, the fact that they probably don't have a huge pile of USDC or USDT just sort of laying around to send to people whenever they claim. But that's also now made me think: what about an auto claim feature? Right, if I know, hey, at the end of every month I want to claim, or maybe once every 6 months I want to claim, or maybe just once per year I want to claim. Right, having the ability to say, hey, continue to accrue rewards until this amount of time. And then at that particular time, 4 or 5 days before that, go ahead and start the claim process. That way I can get paid out on the 30th. So imagine, for example, if the process would have started 5 days ago, to where you're now getting paid without necessarily having to come in every single month to actually claim. So just another idea that I want to mention there. Now, before I get ready to close out here, there is a little bit of a tease that I want to highlight, but I also wanted to make this point here that with the bull market, everyone's going to be in crypto. But as we shift back to the bear market, which inevitably it will come, I think this will be a massive way to hedge against the bear market. So definitely not financial advice here for the viewers. However, I'm definitely going to be doing my math, running some numbers to see exactly what I could potentially do to grab some of these air notes with this revenue, because that should theoretically continue to grow as the sharing economy grows. And the sharing economy won't necessarily be tied to the crypto 4-year cycle. So I'm just doing a little bit of math internally and really thinking about how can I set myself up to get that passive revenue, that passive income, without necessarily having to bear the risk, of being all in crypto during the next bull market, or excuse me, the next bear market. Now, as we get ready to close out here, again, I want to thank the both of you guys. Nice little bit of alpha that came in here from Christian Reese. So Rob mentioned him earlier. He actually joined us on our live stream not too long ago, but he mentions here today's a momentous day. With something big going up. Now we've got NodeX asking if this is an Apex 180, and he says no, even bigger. So we've got the Titans, we have the portals, we have the Apex and the link nodes, and some new type of node that isn't any of those. So I'm excited. I know that Mickey just mentioned that yesterday, that there's a lot of new equipment coming out, but I did want to quickly go ahead and tease that out here. Now, before this video gets too long, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Big shout out to Cal, aka Clover Notes, here for sharing some of that personal information here with us. Definitely do appreciate that, Clover. For anybody who's just tuning in here into the WMA YouTube channel, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure to go ahead and share this out. Subscribe if you do want more of it. And that said, we do appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys found some value out of this, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers, everybody. Take care for now.